We are ready for the 103rd Grey Cup. The MOP crowned on Thursday of Grey Cup week. He gets the first offensive series. And a hot start for the new kids on the block.
There was one turning point in this game.
Burris threw up a duck there, and it's intercepted.
Ottawa was on their game, and after that point, everything changed.
Mike Riley, great player, great performance.
He missed half the season. Let's not forget he was out with a knee injury.
It's more a bump in the road than a major catastrophe.
Could be a lot worse. We could be sitting here talking about what I need to do to get ready for next season.
Mike Riley with a kill shot there. First lead of the game for Edmonton.
The most important play of the Grey Cup was a successful challenge.
And now downfield, incomplete. Kenny Stafford was arguing with his head coach to throw the challenge flag. It might have bought him the time to take another look at the replay.
Edmonton is challenging the previous play for defensive pass interference.
Chris Jones didn't want to do it.
Coming in the ballgame, he's 0-6 for challenges. 0 for 6.
Defensive pass interference, Ottawa.
Ultimately, it was the biggest play of the football game.
Jordan Lynch comes in on third down. And Lynch, is he in? He is. It is a touchdown, Edmonton. Kenny Stafford gets the assist. Edmonton, you are the city of Grey Cup champions.
Check mark.
Your 2015 most valuable player, Mike Riley.
Mike Riley's the real MOP, man.
He won 10 games in a row.
Clock strikes midnight on a storybook Ottawa Red-Black season.
We'll be back and we'll get it done. We'll be back.
Hey, Edmonton, we coming home, baby, and it's a party, y'all.
Let's raise this damn thing in front of you guys. We brought it back to you. Let's go.
You know, we always like to use that term once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime does not apply to Ronda Rousey. It's once ever.
It's all over, just like that.
That young lady is the greatest in the world, and we haven't found a close second yet.
Things can change, and that's my plan.
I feel like she's going to try and keep distance and keep far away from me and get me frustrated to a point I'll make a mistake and she can try and kick me in the head, but it's not going to go like that.
That fake sweet act is, I see right through it. I'm going to show you on Sunday why I'm the champ.
Holly said Ronda has never been hit hard enough to throw her off her game. She says tonight she will do exactly that.
She's landing those shots as Ronda's moving in to close the distance.
We all wondered with Ronda Rousey, what would happen if she got really pumped?
Holly Holm is tagging her, and her face is getting lit up.
As soon as her mouth started bleeding, she started realizing, wow, I'm in a real fight here.
She was the one who could never lose, could never be defeated. There was nobody who could take her, and she got blasted.
Ronda's getting very sloppy, big deep breaths. Ronda looks exhausted.
It takes a lot of energy to be a rock star.
Ronda got hit in a way that she had never been hit before.
That is the first round that Ronda has lost. Wow. Never have we seen this.
This is similar, in my mind, to the Mike Tyson-Buster Douglas fight.
She's hurt. She's in trouble. She's hurt. Holly looking to finish. Holly Holm is the new UFC bantamweight champion of the world.
Now, she's a story because the most dominant athlete who could never lose lost.
I'm going to call this the greatest upset in UFC history.
I don't think you can say that this was Tyson versus Buster Douglas until we see what happens with Ronda Rousey in the future. The UFC gets a rematch out of this, but have they lost their superstar?
It is a matchup that many wanted to see, featuring these two star players and these two terrific teams. Wow! Another three from Curry! The baddest dude puts it up and puts it in. And he now has the most points ever scored in the first 3 games of the finals.
How much are you feeling it right now?
You see how I walked in here? I'm feeling it.
Once of the very few times this season, the Golden State Warriors are facing adversity.
Andre Iguodala will start for the first time this season.
It's not often that LeBron James gets outplayed.
Once Andre Iguodala starting, that's when everything took off for this team.
Stephen Curry does it again.
Phenomenal, unreal, incredible.
When I look at Steph Curry, he might go down as the greatest shooter we've seen.
He's almost like 4 guards all in one.
This is Steph Curry, the best shooter on the planet.
I can't say enough good things about him because When I think of winning player, I think of him.
And the dream season is now complete. The Golden State Warriors are the 2015 NBA champions.
Good things come in threes. Season MVP, splash. Western Conference trophy, splash. NBA champion, splash.
Splash Brothers, yep. Cavaliers, nope. We won, yeah. They suck, yeah. We here, yeah. They not, nope.
They had a belief that they were not going to lose, and not only carried over into the playoffs, it carried over into the next season.
We're better than we were last year.
This team does not sit around talking about streaks and numbers and all that. That's what everybody else does.
This run they're on to start the season. They don't look like they can lose a game.
They are the most exciting team in all of professional sports.
They could shut it down now and just cruise into the playoffs.
Golden State Warrior basketball is beautiful basketball.
We've heard stories for years. Anyone who's involved in the game kind of knows.
The winner is Qatar.
You hear the stories about potential corruption scandals.
Corruption, the amount of scandal.
Today, FIFA getting a red card.
These defendants took the soccer enterprise and turned it into a criminal enterprise.
At least 7 taken into custody in Switzerland.
This really is the World Cup of fraud.
I cannot monitor everyone all of the time.
He's facing a vote on Friday. Everybody expects him to be elected as president. He's the Teflon man.
I thank you. I thank you that you accepted me.
The most powerful man in world sport, re-elected for a 5th term.
I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect.
While Blatter is pleased, big business is not.
For the sake of the game, should you not resign, Mr. Blatter?
When we heard that FIFA had called a press conference that day, everybody was trying to work out what it would be for.
The most powerful man in soccer announced his resignation.
Bien que les membres.
Although the members of FIFA have given me a new mandate, have re-elected me president, this mandate does not seem to be supported by everyone in the world of soccer.
Yes! About time. Excuse me?
Thank you very much.
Sorry, this is starting. We're starting a press conference.
Where is my security? Come on.
One of those moments that will define Sepp Blatter's reign.
Here we go, Sepp.
Everyone got the image that many people wanted to see, and that's Sepp Blatter bathing in a load of notes.
Sepp Blatter right there, just like, man, this is the worst day of my life.
For Sepp Blatter to go is the right thing for the world of football.
What a remarkable opportunity that we now have to clean this mess up. The game deserves transparency.
Start with a clean page, start afresh, to do things right, and the world of football deserves that.
You know, I want people to believe in us. Our greater goal means more than just winning.
Canada gets the World Cup underway on home soil with the hopes of a nation resting on her shoulders. Sinclair! Finally, the breakthrough for Canada!
That woman, I mean, oh my God. You imagine the pressure on that woman's shoulders.
Canada's Kadisha Buchanan, just 19 years of age. An absolute star of this tournament.
For her to shine at that platform on that stage just showed you what Canada can have with Kadisha Buchanan for years to come.
I think with this Canadian team, one of the things we worried about going into the tournament was if they would be able to score enough goals.
We're just looking for that little bit more flair and craft.
But it seems as though Canada will finish top of Group A.
Considering all the pressure that was on them, to make it to the quarters was an achievement.
It's do or die now for Canada to get the job done, and a place in the semi-finals on the line.
England striking twice in the space of 3 minutes. No team has ever come back from a 2-goal deficit in the knockout stages of a Women's World Cup. It is all over at BC Place. Canada's World Cup dream is over. Canada's players heartbroken, but in the end, a mountain too high for them to climb. It's what could have been. It's what could have been. Wow.
I think that the Canadian players probably feel like they left a little bit on the table, and they probably could have done a little bit better in the tournament.
They could have, should have beat England. They might have beaten Japan. And if they'd have gotten to that final against the U.S., then it would have been truly unforgettable.
We're underway in Vancouver, the Women's World Cup final. Carly Lloyd! The United States with the early breakthrough. Lloyd again! Carly Lloyd! Can you believe it? The champions again.
This isn't just a medal I get to take home. This is a culture. This is something that we're trying to build.
The tournament absolutely was a success. Getting the chance to see the best women's players in the world playing at the highest level in our country was a real privilege.
Ultimately, it was a fantastic tournament and a great event in 2015.
The longer Canada goes on a gold medal drought at the World Junior Championship, the more panic starts to set in.
5 years without a gold medal, officially uncharted territory for Team Canada.
And here we go. Shoot, scores! Shot, scores! There's a shoot, scores! Backhand shot, scores! What a goal!
You had the feeling going into this tournament that they had a lot of talent and that they were the team to beat.
Banks it off the pads of right, they score! Connor McDavid!
This was supposed to be Connor McDavid's tournament, but I think that people were surprised at how good Max Domi and Anthony Duclair were.
Everyone's falling in love with Max Domi out there.
No matter what he does in the NHL, I think everyone will always remember that tournament as the time that Max Domi became a Canadian star.
I would call them the Three Musketeers, I guess.
And the Reinhart line continues to carry Canada.
That line of Reinhart, Domi, and Duclair was magic from the start of the tournament.
Montreal and Toronto were both, it's like a 6-man out there.
It was a wonderful international stage, and Canadian fans did it upright.
Every player talked about that afterwards, that it carried them.
And these fans and these players are going to get what they wanted. It will be Canada in the gold medal game against Russia.
I know for myself, I'm preparing for a full-out war out there. It's two teams that don't like each other.
Unbelievable start for Canada.
It looked like it might be a bit of a laugher. When the Russians started coming back, everybody started thinking about, oh no.
They score! And just like that, the Russians are back within 2. Nikolai Goldobin pokes it home, and it's 5-4. This is unbelievable.
Instead of becoming a speed and skill team, they became a guts and heart team. And that was really the story of most of the third period for Team Canada.
And Canada's going to win it. In one of the greatest gold medal games ever played, Canada wins 5-4 to capture gold for the first time since 2009.
I think you could make a case that this is, at the very least, the best Canadian team in a non-lockout year.
They finished 7-0. They never trailed. In fact, they were never even tied beyond 0-0.
The streak is broken. It's good to be back on top.
I think that was about as perfect a tournament as you could get.
And the AFC title game is underway.
Every quarterback in the NFL tinkers with the air inside their football.
The league is actually looking into the fact that the Patriots may have been using doctored footballs.
Allegedly taking air out of game footballs.
I had no knowledge whatsoever of this situation.
I didn't alter the ball in any way. I don't want anyone, putting any air in them, taking the air out.
I played quarterback in the National Football League. Without a doubt, Tom Brady would have known what was going on with those footballs.
The Wells report is finished. Tom Brady was more likely than not generally aware of inappropriate activities.
What is the ball boy going to do? He's going to do exactly what Tom Brady is asking him to do in the most subtle ways.
Brady suspended 4 games.
4 games was really brash, especially considering the circumstances with Ray Rice and Adrian Peterson.
That's 25% of the regular season when you didn't have any conclusive proof.
Tom Brady's going to fight to keep his reputation intact.
This is my job. This is my responsibility to protect the integrity of the game.
35 days since Brady's appeal was heard, Commissioner Roger Goodell has upheld the suspension.
Brady will fight, and he's going to file a suit to overturn what the decision of the National Football League is.
This is a female sketch artist smitten with Tom Brady and just drawing like this. Those were the worst sketches in the history of court sketching.
Judge Berman has nullified the 4-game suspension. Tom Brady gets the victory over the NFL.
The Patriots star will play Week 1 against the Steelers.
This isn't about air pressure. This is an integrity issue. This is about his legacy.
It will be ancient history within 2 years. It has nothing to do with what Tom Brady has accomplished as a quarterback.
I usually tell a bunch of jokes at these events, but with Patriots in town, I was worried that 11 out of 12 of them would fall flat.
Just imagine the scrutiny of being 17 years old and having the entire hockey world watch your every move. Here's McDavid, short-handed, on the breakaway, crowd on its feet, McDavid scores!
With Connor McDavid's draft year, watching what he was doing, basically exceeding
unrealistically high expectations. It wasn't ridiculous to say. Might be as good or better than Sidney Crosby.
I think he's the best junior talent I've ever seen.
I think the NHL created one of its most dramatic events of the year.
Hockey guys try to be really calm and cool, GMs, owners. I'm sure they were all completely freaking out. And I'm sure he was to an extent too. He looked calm and cool, but your future is essentially being decided by a bunch of balls in a basket.
Well, Bill Daly had control with the envelopes, right? And we're looking at his face, and you're trying to read, because he probably knew what was going on, right?
Everybody had assumed it would be Buffalo or Arizona, and people in Toronto, Leaf Nation, were hoping it would be Toronto.
Disbelief, I think, is the best way to describe it.
And we have a winner. The first overall pick in the 2015 NHL draft belongs to the Edmonton Oilers.
I think unless you're an Oilers fan, you went, no. This did not happen.
I think most people's reaction was, oh, not again. Enough already. You had 3 in a row.
Put it back. Bill Daly, put it back.
There was more than eye-rolling going around the league from, the rival and the jealous general managers who just couldn't believe the good fortune of the Edmonton Oilers yet again.
The Edmonton Oilers would like to select with their first pick from the Erie Otters, Connor McDavid.
It's really cool to throw on Oilers gear. I mean, the gear that I want to play the rest of my life wearing.
I believe that until his injury, he was the most explosive player in the NHL.
Moving on to McDavid. McDavid! Oh, what a move! What a goal!
The most amazing thing about Connor McDavid is the acceleration, the way he almost floats over the ice at a ridiculously high speed. But while doing that, is processing the game just as quickly as his feet are moving.
I would take him over every player in the National Hockey League right now, hands down, without any doubt whatsoever.
Here's McDavid with a shot. Everybody crashes into the end boards.
In the grand scheme of things, a broken collarbone should not be something that you carry with you beyond the healing time.
Highly unlikely that the injury impacts him long term. I think that he's going to have a glorious career regardless of this setback.
It's a terrible call.
It was the wrong call at the wrong time.
You're right there on the doorstep.
Run the ball.
Beast mode is in the backfield. He's there, and he's ready.
With a 4-point deficit, Seattle's got the ball at the New England Patriot 1.
One of the most egregious decisions that anyone has ever made in any sport.
Super Bowl 49 underway in Glendale, Arizona.
This football game seemed like a heavyweight fight right from the beginning.
Raiders going to throw deep down the right side for Gronkowski and a touchdown. And the earthquake spike. And it's caught. Touchdown. Miss Matthews.
We got a Super Bowl going now.
Wilson going deep, and it's caught again. Chris Matthews. This is a guy working in a Foot Locker store when the Seahawks called him and said, come on and try out. The lob, wide open. Touchdown, Doug Baldwin.
Drell Revis, 24, just got beat.
Brady dances, throws, and it will be caught. Amendola for the touchdown.
We need a big championship drive. That's what we need.
Brady caught. Touchdown, Julian Edelman.
That was a big-time play, Jules. Championship play. They don't mean none unless we win it. Let's go win it. 2 minutes
to go. We got 3 timeouts. We need a touchdown to win. We've been doing this all year. Russell for Carson. That's broken up. Did he wind up with a football?
Unbelievable. How many different plays are the Patriots going to have like this? Mario Manningham, David Tyree.
He's got to make a play. They got to intercept one.
It comes down to one play on the goal line.
3 corners, 3, Malcolm, go!
The Seahawks should have handed the football off to Marshawn Lynch.
The quarterback Wilson is in the shotgun formation.
Give it to Marshawn Lynch.
Pass is intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler. Unreal. Oh, no!
Defensively, Malcolm Butler makes an all-time play. Basically says to the receiver, get out of my way.
You could tell he had done his homework and made the play of the year.
They knew that at this point of the football field, this is one of Seattle's favorite plays.
The New England Patriots are the NFL champions.
It was one of the biggest screw-ups, I think, in NFL history.
I told those guys, that's my fault totally. Why don't you just run it? You know, that's a real good thought.
Most boneheaded calls of all time. I don't know if there's one that's greater than that.
Breaking news, Russell Martin, he agrees to a deal with the Toronto Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays have traded Brett Lowry for third baseman Josh Donaldson.
It's hard to believe spring training is already here.
Marcus Stroman goes down for the season.
Crushed, probably a good way to put it.
It's just a freak accident. We have enough talent here to be able to get through this, and the goal doesn't change.
For the first half of the season, the Blue Jays were a perplexing team. Tough loss for the Jays.
I mean, we stink. I feel like we have a better team than this.
They're about a 500 team.
And then all of a sudden, in August, it's like, slap across the face. Wake up!
Alex Anthopoulos is a G.
Pleased to announce, obviously here to announce, very excited to announce this trade.
Getting Tulowitzki first was like, whoa. And then getting David Price.
I was kind of at an outfield shaking my head. I'm like, what more guys to get?
Are you kidding me? It's almost an all-star team.
Those are some gangster moves.
And there is a buzz here in Toronto that I've now witnessed in a long, long time.
The value of an ace.
Best atmosphere I've ever been in.
You cannot hear yourself thinking here.
An entire country behind them.
They sweep the Yankees, the first place Yankees, a game and a half out.
They have won 11 straight as they hold on to first place in the AL East.
Well, here's some good news for Toronto.
Very improbable vision you're looking at right there.
And he's done it again! Get out of here! MVP!
That's how you win an MVP award. The Blue Jays can celebrate their first division title in 22 years.
1 year! 2 beers!
They have exorcised the demon. And the Blue Jays will start the playoffs at home.
First postseason game since 1993.
They need to win 2 at Texas to play another game in Toronto.
It's Estrada's first career postseason start.
This is Blue Jays baseball.
The series heads back to Toronto. We head to the 7th, tied at 2.
You could literally do a documentary.
Could be a 30 for 30 film.
On just that inning.
The throw came off the bat of Shu.
And they're going to give them home plate.
So you're telling me on a play like that, a team season can come to an end?
Canadians are being nicest people. Y'all were pissed yesterday.
Andrews dropped another one.
3 consecutive errors.
3-3, Jose Bautista coming to the plate.
The 1-1. Bautista drives it. There they go. He smoked it, and he watched it.
The bat flip heard round the world.
The greatest pimp home run I've ever seen in my life.
The Blue Jays are headed to the American League Championship Series.
If you like swagger, you're going to love this matchup.
Innocent fly ball changed everything.
Singles, just dinking and dunking, and then like they're unstoppable.
Moustakis. Royals win the pennant.
Sour loss.
I feel like it can only make you better in the end.
We begin a brand new chapter.
I don't know that I've had to make a harder decision in my life. Like all of you, I'm disappointed that Alex won't be back. It's time to move forward with one goal in mind, to win a world championship.